Everybody, welcome to Visual Communication Media. My name is Adam Rozeski. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you. And welcome to Visual Communication for Term 2 for Winter Course. I'm so excited to have you all here. You're probably wondering, why am I in a course about visual communication? Why does it matter about my industry? I'm going to nursing. I'm going to finances. I'm going to some type of construction or something. I'm not doing a design career. Well, that may be true, but you're going to realize that no matter what industry you're in, you use visuals to communicate any aspect, either reading a chart or understanding certain codes or understanding color systems or utilizing different communication patterns with visuals, with symbols and signs that are specifically meant for those organizations. And if you work in marketing, you're going to build visuals to convince viewers about to buy your stuff or your products and everything. So visuals matter no matter where you are. And my name is Adam Rozeski. I'm going to take you on this journey. And we're going to have a lot of cool conversations and everything how it goes. But a little bit about me. I started all sorts of odd jobs after I tore my knee out at Penn State when I played hockey. I got my associates in mechanical engineering. But I was a big video gamer. Competed in a lot of esports tournaments in the early 2000s when it wasn't really big at the time. Played a lot of games like multiple MMOs. I was a big PvP player. Played Battlefront 2, Gran Turismo. I love driving sims. Those were awesome. But I wanted to get into video games in some way. So I actually went to UCF in Full Sail. I got my bachelor's in entertainment business. And I got my master's in game design and project management. So I double mastered. I worked for a lot of cool companies. GP Games, Activision, EA. I also worked for Meta. I worked for Gearbox. I've worked for the Air Force doing VR military career. I've done so much. Worked on over, actually that number is wrong. That's not 40 games. It should be 50. And I've worked on about 35 military projects as well. So I've seen a lot and gone through there in the tech field and what works visually and what doesn't to the user. But we're going to talk about that in a lot of different elements, and we're going to talk about the 5 major response types of sensory, also perceptual, emotional, ethical, and technical, and how they kind of tie apart in those visuals to build those communication points. But I have 3 major types of assignments. My first one is discussions and written assignments. My discussions are always due on Tuesday, my reply post on Saturday. Except for week 1, both of those posts are going to be due on Saturday. I always post the rubrics online in the announcement, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to. The final day to turn and everything will be Friday, March 20th, so keep that in mind. Also, written assignments are always due on Sunday, and the final day will be March 20th as well, so please make sure you do that. Now, for written assignments, I allow you guys to do multiple turn-ins. So if you do not do well on an assignment, because I'm a pretty tough grader, you can always redo it and update it and send it back in. So that way you can get the best grade possible by the end of the thing. Don't worry about making me grade or doing if you can only have one chance. The only things I'm not lenient on is the live lectures, but for discussions and written assignments, you're more than welcome to attempt and fix them to get better grades. So I'm okay with that. Now for live lectures, this is really important to me because this is the one thing that I really am very strict on and the biggest things. I always have lectures on Monday each week, but except for week 1, that's going to be on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. But no matter what, they're always going to be at that same time, even if it's on Thursday or Monday. But the first week is Thursday because you guys get your class on Wednesday, and I don't think it's fair to throw a lecture on you right on Wednesday, right off the bat. But I understand. I work 3 jobs. I'm a consultant for a software company. I run college. I also teach high school, and I run a game design studio as well with the high school students and really help them get out in the world. I know people have difficult jobs. A lot of things that go on and everything like that. That's fine. If you can't make it, that's okay. I have my recordings and I post them right in that evening, right after lecture. So the thing is, your lectures are tied to your attendance. If you do not do your assignment by the end of the week for your lecture assignment, it will be an automatic 0. There is no retakes and it's tied to your attendance. So that's the only thing that you can't remake is because you're live lecture. And there's a specific way to do it. I'll show you how to do it during lecture on Thursday. So that way you're not lost and you know what's going on specifically. That's awesome. So please make sure to do your live lectures because they're 5 points apiece, but 6 times 5 is 30. If you miss all of them, that could hurt you from going from an A to a B or a C to a D. So keep that in mind. That's really big. And I'll show you how to do them on Thursday, all right, for lecture. Keep in mind, I also post my lecture links on the announcements. Please take a look at the announcements because everything's located right there. Also, take a look at the Teams announcements. I'm going to go over Teams with you on lecture on Thursday, so you know where to find all your information at, find extra examples and lecture slides and all that, so everything's available to you. The biggest thing that I have, though, is just some few some few expectations. So all your assignments, except for week 1, are going to be 5% of your grade each day they're late. But if you make it to 7 days, it's an automatic 0. So please make sure you turn in your assignments. Another thing, I do a lot of feedback on your assignments and also through discussions. And students are going to give you feedback and help as well. Please be thorough and courteous and respectful in your discussion posts because you're going to be giving feedback and it's got to be constructive and help them out in a lot of ways. Also, be thorough on your discussions. Please do not give me 1-sentence paragraphs. I want at least 4 to 5 sentences per each paragraph, and I want at least 2 paragraphs per each post. 1 for your initial and 1 for your reply, and that would be great. Other than that, just want some rules, discover, and have some fun. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, welcome to class. I'll see everybody for the lecture. 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Take it easy. I'll see you then. All right, bye-bye.